All right, so yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need. All right, today, guys, is market recap. Now, today, Powell was speaking around 10, and I've never experienced in my trading journey Fed Chair Powell testifying. So I didn't know how it was going to affect the market, and I didn't know if it was going to be like when FOMC comes out or when he usually speaks and it's like wick this way, wick this way. But there was two trades. I took two demo trades really, and one was better than the other, and I'll show you both of them. Now, the first one came on NAS, and it was after this initial SMT, which was right here. So we'll go down to the 1 minute, and now it wasn't a bad trade necessarily. It was, we were expecting these lows to get hit, and they eventually did, and I'll get to that, but we can go to replay mode so it's cleaner for you guys. But looking at this action right here, it looks like it's ready to go lower. Now it is, was it right before Powell speak? Powell just started speaking, so that's, we didn't wait for the manipulative move of Powell, essentially is what stopped us out. But we're sitting here watching the charts like, okay, this looks good. You know, SMT, 5-minute SMT, we're expecting all this liquidity to get ran. This is essentially your low resistance liquidity run because none of these lows have been touched. So it's like how they do that line like that. And so now what do we need? And it's also, if you can see it, it's kind of a market maker sell model. Now, what is it missing from a market maker sell model? It's missing two things. It's missing a stop raid, which we were the stop raid, I'll show you, and it's missing a high time frame PD array. But you're not going to have a high time frame PD array when you're at all-time highs. So you're not always going to get the perfect, most beautiful A plus setup all the time, and that's just a part of the game. So we're sitting here watching, we're watching, and okay, we get this big displacement down. Now, we don't really care about these lows right here. They're not really significant of any matter or anything. We care about these lows because it swept this long-term liquidity over here, but it swept it by like a couple ticks. So essentially, it's relative equal lows. And we wait, okay, we get good displacement down. We get a clear market structure shift right here on the 1 minute. And now, where's that MSS? And now we're waiting for a retracement. So we do. We get, oops, we'll say right there is where like we entered on our, I entered on demo. I think a couple guys took it on eval. But you'd put your stops at the highs, your take profit down there. And now it's not a terrible trade, but like I said, it's missing a few things. It's missing high time frame PD array. It's missing stop raid. Now I guess you could maybe call this the stop raid from the SMT, but I don't think so. It is more of a internal liquidity swept. But you see, you get a little move down, and then eventually you just get ran. And this is right around Powell starts speaking. So, okay. So now that trade's over, lost that trade. Now we're going to go to real time. So you get this stop rate, and now you get another SMT on top of each other. We get rid of this because that's not real, and that doesn't matter, and this doesn't matter, and this doesn't matter. So now if you look at price, I'm looking at ES here too because that another SMT was created, and ES still hasn't taken. Now we'll move to ES because I took it on ES, but it's definitely way cleaner on NAS. But this is what. So you're here, right? You still don't have a you have a market structure shift right here. Oops, wrong line. You have a market structure shift right here, but you don't, and you have clear sell side. These are equal lows on ES. They were not taken at all. Not here. Is pure equal lows. It is a very strong magnet, some would say. Now this SMT move or this sell raid was just a move back to equilibrium or the whatever you call the zone, discount premium, whatever you want to call it, but it's the same thing. And now as we were right here, I was like, well, once price closes below this invert or this bullish fair value gap, because I'm like, it's definitely going to, we have two SMTs on top of each other. You have a stop raid, you have clear lows. I mean, you have market structure shift. You're still in discount of this range, like I just showed. So now I'm going to wait for a little bit of a closure below. We're battling in this fair value gap, showing that there's pressure. So I accidentally entered a little early. I entered, I'll do my exact entry on demo, like right here, and the stops above here. So it was something like this. It might be the next candle. No, we'll say there. We'll say that. And then stop loss was here. Take profit was here. This is like a scout model. You don't expect price to go lower. You do expect price to take these lows. I mean, look, it's a market maker sell model in itself. You have the only thing you don't have in this one is your high time frame PD rate. You have your stop rate, that manipulation move right here. You have displacement, you have market structure shift, you have retracement into equilibrium discount. You have disrespect of this PD array, And once you get the district at PD rate, I'm 100% certain price is going to come here. Now, most likely if price comes here, it's going to come here. So price literally launches straight to those levels. And it's about aligning price with time and time with price. Now, what else are you looking for here? You get everything you need. You have buy side taken on higher time frame. You have internal buy side taken on ES. You get NAS that go manipulate up, take another SMT, take that internal buy side right here. And it would have been cleaner on NAS. I'll show you guys on NAS because like those same equal lows you would have been targeting. But this would have been the inverse and you would have had a better candle closure. And I mean, if you look at it on NAS, it's crazy how fast it moves. Because when you align price or time and price, you get very efficient moves. So you get your another SMT right there. You're waiting. Another reason this is a valid trade is because you don't have clean displacement through like a swing high. I don't even know if you'd call that the swing high. You'd probably call this the swing high. You don't have clear displacement through it showing that price wants to go higher. So you're waiting here, you're waiting here. Right there is when you would sell. You get your clean close below. You'd set your stop loss above those highs, maybe there. It doesn't really matter. My one friend took this trade, very clean trade, very good. We'll say that right there. And honestly, you wouldn't even have your stops that high. They would, oops, they'd be more like here. And for sure, you're for certain that price is going to go here. Now, most likely will it go to the bottom? Yes, because it's a magnet. At the end of the day, liquidity is a magnet. And me and my friends have been talking about this a lot. It doesn't matter the setup grade as long as you have the correct draw on liquidity. If you have the correct draw on liquidity, 10 times out of 10, if it's a C setup, if it's a D setup, if it's an A setup, a B setup, it doesn't matter. If the draw on liquidity is correct, it will play out. And that, for example, if you remember my trade yesterday where I had the terrible fill and stuff like that, but I had the correct draw on liquidity, so it doesn't matter. But if you have the wrong draw on liquidity and an A plus setup, your trade's not going to play out, and that's just how it works, because draw on liquidity is the most important thing. So as you see, this trade comes back instantly. 2 candles, 3 candles, instantly sells off. Instantly. You align time with price, and it's going to play out. And these were the 2 trades, and it was a demo trade today. I didn't really know how PAL was going to affect the market, stuff like that, so I wasn't too confident, I would say. But now going into tomorrow, I realize that's not going to be major. You just have to make sure you keep your eyes open for that manipulation move. I'm never mad about not taking a trade. I never have like FOMO from this or greed or anything like that because there's more days in the market. It's a longevity game and it's not a get rich quick scheme. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much.